single day. I'm gonna
Hello and welcome to JustCompareCars.com. My name is James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2016 Nismo Juke Nismo RS 1.6 DiG-T. It's done just 17,000 miles and it's got full service history with 5 services in total. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be very popular, mainly because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here today with me in person. As I walk around the vehicle with you today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, scratches or dents. We'll look at the wheels and tyres, looking at the tread depths. We'll have a look in the back, then we'll look inside the vehicle, looking at the seats and the functionality. I'll even tell you what it smells like inside. When we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet and have a look at the engine bay. And then finally, we'll have a look underneath at the underside of the engine, the chassis, and everything else that's under there as well. Now, once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you'd like to buy it, a small deposit will secure it and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you're looking to finance a vehicle, we can go through an application with you, which takes about 5 minutes, and we can usually get you a decision within an hour in most cases. Because it's a car, you don't need to necessarily put a deposit in, but obviously the more that you put in, the less it will cost you per month. It's also worth mentioning that while you're watching the video, if you think I've missed something or if you'd like to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask. There's absolutely nothing to hide. I'd rather show it you while you're sat at home and comfortable, so you know that when you turn up it's going to be exactly what you're looking for. Right, so let's start with the bonnet and then we can work our way around from there. So hopefully you can see from the image it's in nice clean condition. Now bear in mind it is obviously a UK car, it's been on UK roads. It goes without saying, you know, there's going to be little stone chips because obviously that's just the nature of what our country is. Obviously the roads they do have little stones and things on them, so you do get those stone chips occasionally. Move the camera a little bit, there we go. I will obviously endeavour to try and point everything out to you, but please bear in mind, I'm only human, I do miss stuff. So if you do see something that I've missed potentially on the video, just remember that. I don't go out of my way to miss anything. So there is a stone chip just there. And there's a tiny one there. And there's a couple there as well, but again, these are like pinhead size, just to give you an idea. But I'd like to show you absolutely as much as I possibly can. So the front bumper, obviously the headlights are in nice clean condition. There's no cracks, no misting, everything looks good. And the same for the lower ones. The front grille's in nice clean condition. So the front bumper, there is a tiny little stone chip there. I think it's in really good condition, really, considering. There you go. There's a bit of a graze there on that front edge. Nothing serious. A couple of tiny little stone chips. Just have a quick look across the bumper itself. All the splitter and everything's in nice clean condition. The daylight running lights in good condition as well. And everything looks all good. So it's actually really very clean. Passenger side front wing, it's in nice clean condition, there's no nasty marks or dents. There's a tiny little stone chip there, pinhead size. So passenger side front wheel and tyre, the wheel's got a little bit of curbing on the edge, just normal really. I think I'd be more surprised if it didn't have. Tread depth on the tyre, I'd guess there's about 5 or 6 mil maybe. Under the arch is nice and clean. Windscreen is nice and clean, I can't see any stone chips. Passenger mirror back in red, looks cool. It is nice and clean. There is a tiny little, it's not a scratch, it feels like a rub mark on the top part here. That might potentially come off. In fact, as I'm rubbing it, it's actually coming off. If you can see, it probably just needs a little bit of rub, that's all. Mirror's intact. Right, so before we go down the passenger side, I'd like to have a look at this view. You can see then there's no mismatch of paint, there's no misalignment of gaps. So you can see that obviously it's never been painted, it's obviously not been in an accident or anything like that, and obviously there's nothing that looks wrong about it at all. Right, so let's go down the passenger side. Nice way to look at it. I always like to look at this because you can see if there's any marks or dints, and you can see that there's nothing that looks out of shape or looks wrong. And again, in really nice clean condition. I can't see any dints on it at all. It's nice to see. Obviously 17,000 miles, 2016 car, it's been looked after, it goes without saying, but it's always nice to have a really good look. Everything looks really nice and clean. Right, so over the pillars, there's a tiny stone chip there. If that's the worst of it, it's nothing, is it? Pillars are in great condition, no dents. Passenger side of the roof is in really nice clean condition, there's no damage. Passenger side rear quarter, and again it's in really nice clean condition, there's no damage. What tyre is that, by the way? So it's a Continental tyre. Passenger rear, again there's a little bit of curbing, nothing serious, won't bother me. Continental tyre matching, but the same sort of tread depth, maybe a little bit less, probably about 4 or 5 mil. Everything looks nice and tidy under the arch as well. So passenger side tail lights in nice clean condition, there's no damage, no misting, no cracks, everything looks in great shape. Rear bumper, everything looks really very nice and clean, there's no obvious damage. Bumper's in nice clean condition, there's no crazing, no scratches, nothing, everything looks really nice and clean. The actual boot lid is in nice clean condition, there's no damage, no scratches, no marks, everything looks nice and clean. Rear spoiler is again in really nice clean condition. The tint's intact, there's not any scratches or anything on the internal, you obviously can see it if it was there. Everything looks nice and clean. Exhaust does sound well, I've got to tell you. It looks nice and clean as well on there. Let's have a quick look in the back. So you can see underneath again, it's nice and clean, there's no damage. Everything looks good. There's no damage on the lip. Everything's in nice clean condition. So in the back, again all the plastics are in nice clean condition, there's no damage. Everything looks good. It has got the divider, and underneath you have got the proper Continental pump and also fluid. This is nothing else because there's no spare. But yeah, nice and clean and tidy. Everything looks good in the back. nice and light on the boot. Again, all the gaps you can see look perfect, so there's not been any messing about with it. No one's removed the boot at any point for whatever reason. It all looks tidy and clean. Driver's side tail light, again, it's in fantastic condition. There's no damage, no cracks, no misting. Everything looks really very nice and clean. Nismo RS badge, nice and tidy and clean. There's no it's obviously not been off or anything like that. It looks good. There is a tiny little mark just there. Oh, can't get round. There's a little bit of, oh no, it's coming off. What's that? Not what that is, but it's coming off. It's just muck. You see, I'll show you. Piddling it off. Not what that is. It's come off now, look, you see. So there is a little bit of a mark there, but what that was, I don't know. It's gone. There you go. Rear quarter. Fuel cap. You open your fuel cap from inside. No marks or dents. Everything looks really nice and clean. Driver's side rear wheel and tyre, matching Continental tyre. Wheels in good condition. If that's curbing down there or lift, I think it's lifted, you know, because it's a laser edge. Tyre, it's about 4 or 5 mil, same as the other side. Right, so let's go over the pillars first. There's nothing on there, everything looks nice and clean. Driver's side of the roof. And again, fantastic condition, no damaged, no marks, no dents, everything looks nice and clean. Right, so driver's side, same. You can see there's no mismatch of paint, there's no misalignment of gaps, everything looks spot on. No surprises, I don't think. I think whoever's had this has been a real, what's the word? They've obviously loved it and cherished it, which is nice to see. So down the side, again, I can't see any marks or dents. Everything's really very clean on this car. And again, there's no marks to dent. It's just superb. It really is in nice, clean condition. So nice to see, to be fair. Doesn't take a genius to figure someone's cherished this car. Mirror back's in nice clean condition, mirrors intact, driver's side front wing, no real shocks, everything's really very clean. Superb. Right, so driver's side front wheel and tyre, again it's a Continental tyre, so it's a full set of Continentals, wheels in good condition, there's a little bit of lift, oh no, there's dirt, a little bit of tiny curb in there. And there's a little bit there as well, other than that, there's a bit here as well. There is curbing on it. And tread depth, same as the other one. The other side, about the same, 5 or 6 mil maybe. So it's got a full set of Continentals all round. I mean, to summarise the exterior, it's superb. There's a couple of little bits, but it's 2016, it's been on a UK road. I think considering the fact that it's been on the road since 2016, it's in phenomenal condition. As I said before, you know, whoever's owned this has really obviously loved it and cherished it, which is nice to see. Did actually miss a little tiny bit there. Look, there's a little bit on that edge. Don't know what it is, like it's been touched in. But yeah, whoever's had it has obviously loved it and cherished it, which is really nice to see. It's obviously in superb condition. Right, so onto the interior. It has got keyless entry, keyless go, so as long as you've got your key in your pocket, you can press the button and it will open and lock the vehicle. I think before I go on to the interior, I'll start it up so you can have a hear. So, start straight away, no issues at all. No warning lights on the dashboard. Turn that off for a second. Obviously warning lights. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, the door's open and the handbrake's on. But other than that, there are no other warning lights. Ticks over beautifully. You can see there's no unted smoke. Does sound fantastic as well. Does sound good. Right, so on to the interior. Door cards in nice clean condition. There's no damage, no marks, everything looks nice and clean. It's got the Alcantara input inserts, the same as the seats. Really very nice, does look smart. Electric windows ×4, window lock, door lock. There you can see everything looks really nice and clean. It has got the overmats all round, Juke logoed on the front and plain on the rear. All the carpets underneath are really very nice and clean as well, in great condition. Driver's seat, no shocks, 17,000 miles, bolsters are in nice firm condition and clean. All the materials very nice and clean as well. Obviously with it being Alcantara, there was a couple of little rub marks on there, just obviously from use. It's a very soft material, but obviously again, 17,000 miles, it's not done a great deal. So obviously they are in fantastic condition. The seat is manual, but it will go up a fair way. I'll show you. So that's as high as it'll go. Obviously you can bring the seat forwards as well, and obviously the backrest will go forwards and backwards as well. So you've got a decent amount of manoeuvrability on the seat to make it comfortable for you. I'm quite tall, so let's put it right back down to the bottom. And as you can see, the seat will come forwards a good way as well. So if you're short, it just means that you've got enough space to be able to get in there, no problem at all. So it will work for most people. Dashboard is nice and clean. Again, it's got the Alcantara binnacle. Looks really smart. It's very nice and clean. Everything looks great, really does. It's got the Nismo RS steering wheel with a red point to show you obviously where your straight line is. 6-speed manual gearbox with reverse. Alcantara armrest. Which comes up, then your heated seats. I'll tell you, let's try them, I've not tried them. And there's a cubby hole in there as well. Again, everything's nice and clean as you would expect. Passenger seat and bolsters, everything, to be honest with you, that doesn't really feel like it's ever been sat in to me, and if it has, it's been very, very rarely. Obviously driver's car, you know, it's one of those things where chances are it's probably not been used by anyone other than the actual driver. As I say, the bolsters feel like brand new. Material, as you can see, is very clean, very well presented. Roof lining, again, exceptionally clean. Same as everything else in the car, it's just superb. It's just been obviously looked after and loved. There's no marks on it. It doesn't smell nasty inside, doesn't ever smell like it's been smoked in, for instance. Really very, very nice. Steering wheel's in nice clean condition. It's free from any marks or damage. The Alcantara interior inserts, again, in superb condition. Very nice and comfortable. It's not been ragged. Obviously it's been driven with care, which is nice to see. Good news, heated seats work. Switch them off, it's too warm for that today. Steering wheel controls, the right hand side is your cruise control, then the left hand side is your media center, your phone, volume, etc. You can see. Speakers work well, there's no distortion. Everything works as you would expect it. So we can look at that again in a few minutes time. But yeah, or you basically, this is your media center on here, as you can see. But in regards to the vehicle, you can see there's no warning lights on the dashboard. You can clearly see the mileage. Obviously the only warning light I think is this, it's flashing that it's low mileage on the fuel. Again, Nismo badged in front. A tiny little mark on there, I'm not sure how that's happened. Maybe it's a lady's nail or something, but again, really very clean and well presented. Cup holders in the front, and there are 2 proper keys. everything looks good, clean, smells nice inside, like I said. Let's have a look at the media centre. There is a reversing camera, which works really well. Very nice, clear image. Obviously, it's not a massive screen, but it works really well for what it is. It has got navigation with map. If you go onto info, you've got applications on there once you've plugged your phone in using the USB down below. Obviously, because it's the Nismo, it's got an element of different options in regards to your driving modes and things like that. So this screen here, as you can see, is on climate. So when it's on here, you've got AC, for instance, and then this side will control the fan, and then this side will control the temperature, as you can see. Let's put it on low. I can tell you that the air conditioning works perfectly. Nice and cold, spot on. And then when you change it to driving mode, if you watch all the buttons, they change, so then it changes to the different elements. I'll tell you what, let's go back into climate, turn that down, switch it off. There we go, driving mode. So you've got different options. You've got eco, sports, it goes back off, it shows you your boost. Show you when we're not driving, and then obviously normal, which shows you your curve of your torque, battery level, etc. So yeah, nice system, works really well. All your drive info's on there, ecological information, setups on there as well, and you can obviously move it around using that. But yeah, it's one of those things you need to play with. Obviously everything works as you would expect it to, which is good news. Radio, it's got DAB, FM, AM, and then obviously you got your CD and auxiliary. You've got Bluetooth audio, so that's cool, nice option to have. CD player, and there is an SD card slot, but I think that's taken up with your maps, if I remember right. Yeah, but everything's nice and clean. As I say, it smells nice. It's nice. It smells nice. It drives nice. Everything's good. Down by your right knee, you've got your tyre pressure monitoring system, and you set it from there. Stability control, electric folding mirrors with your mirror control, and then obviously your headlight aim there. But yeah, nice and clean. It's just superb. Seats in the back again look really very nice and clean, and if I'm honest, don't look really like they've been used, but we'll have a closer look in a second. To start the car, by the way, there's a stop start button here. As you can hear, starts and stops straight away without issues. Right, let's have a quick look in the back. So door cards in the rear, again very nice and clean, no damage. The seats in the back, again matching Alcantara, whatever Alcantara, I think it's Alcantara. Nice and clean, as you can see, no nasty marks, everything looks superb. And again, spot on. Overmats obviously in the back. Carpets again, nice and clean, no damage. Passenger side. Again, door cards are in fantastic condition, really very nice and clean. Alcantara inserts, very clean, there's no damage. Electric window, obviously. Seats in fantastic condition, as you saw before. Again, bolsters in fantastic condition. Juke logoed mat. Carpet's nice and clean, no damage. Rear door card in the passenger side. Again, everything's clean. No damage, nothing at all. Very, very clean. Right, let's just pop the bonnet. It's worth noting that your petrol cap is here and your bonnet is there. Bonnet's nice and light, obviously it's a lightweight model. As I mentioned before, you know it's got 5 services, full service history. 17,000 miles, not done a great deal, but the services have been kept on top with the years, which is really nice to see. The engine is very, very clean. quality battery, obviously recently new. Turbo unit, you can see down there. Let's try and zoom in a little bit. There's no signs of any oily residue. No turbo leak of the oils. It's exceptionally clean. Engine's very clean as well. Difficult to see, but you can see that there's no oily residue around the engine or the block. Everything looks really very nice and clean. Fluids are clean and to the correct levels. What else do you need to see? If you, like I said before, if you want to see something specifically, let me know. I'll be happy to show you anything that you need to see. It's not a problem. Obviously the service history is on the images if you look on the details of wherever you saw the car, and you can obviously study those. Underside of the engine, again, confirmation, no signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything, it looks, as you can see, really very nice and clean. All the bits underneath an exhaust. Are in superb condition. Ugh. Okay, hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see if you were here today with me in person. I realise I do go on a little bit, but it's one of those cars where you do need to see it in as much detail as possible to really appreciate it. Hence we do these videos. So hopefully I've shown everything that I need for you to see if you were here today with me in person, and probably a bit more. If I do think I've missed something, if you'd like to see something in a bit more detail, please just ask. It's not a problem at all. Happy to show you absolutely anything that you need to see at all. It's worth noting that you will find pictures of the car on Facebook that you won't find absolutely anywhere else, so please have a look on there. It's justcomparecars.com. And give us a like if you don't mind as well. But for the moment, thanks for watching and sticking with me. Really appreciate it. Take care, stay safe. Bye bye.